He gets naded and he's getting pushed. He needs to win this fight. Frosty's proving why he is that. Can he survive? They both go down 24-0.
When the going gets tough, Druk and Soulsnipe step it up.
And they do it again. Tony, they did it again 3 times in a row.
I'm kind of sick to my stomach that they're just, going and winning every single match. I'm going to try my hardest to put an end to this.
Renegade, 2018 world champion, largely considered one of the best slayers in Halo 5 history. Bound, fastest player in Halo 2v2 expert, and currently signed to Inconceivable. This duo has been wreaking havoc throughout the online doubles competition and was looking like they would never be dethroned. Until now, Saiyan, one of the best shots in Halo, top 5 player, and IGL specialist. Boo Boo Doo Boo, Halo 5 and Reach land champion and long range shot expert. Watch these 4 titans collide on Tuesday, February 23rd. 2 pro teams, $1,000 on the line. Winner takes all. Are you ready? Yes.
Produced by Louis V. Titan and live from Bryan, Texas. You're watching Louis V. Titan's Money Tuesday.
Oh my God, Bradford.
Louis V. Titan's Money Tuesday starts now.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Brandon Pettis, aka Louis V. Titan, and this is Money Tuesday. I am joined right here with Alex Irwin, Mr. Nighty Night. How you doing, Alex?
Doing fine, sir. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. It is a great day because it is Money Tuesday. We do apologize for postponing for 1 week, but we had some hectic weather here in Texas. We are not used to this. We saw the whole state covered in winter weather advisories, which is pretty generational. It's like a once in a generation thing. So we had to postpone. We had no power. I had no water. Man, I felt like I was living in a cave over here, man.
How did you do? Did you do okay?
We did all right. We made it, and we're here now, and that's what counts. Because
there you go.
We have a hell of a fight card prepared for you guys. The undercard. It's gonna be Druk and Soulsnipe versus Frosty and the rising. I'm gonna call him a star. The rising star Vemzii. This man, his stock's been going up, man. What do you think about this kid, Nighty?
Dude, we've already heard some of his passion in the listen-ins. We know what he's capable of in the game. We've seen his snipes. We've seen that he literally has no fear. I mean, he's ready to challenge the world and take them all on. This guy, I'm so ready to watch him play again.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of them playing, what they're going to be doing, this is called Money Twos for a reason, right? It's determined to be the best and the most competitive version of Halo 5. If you're playing for money, these guys want to play this rotation. We got Truth, we got Plaza, and we got Regret. Nighty, you want to run through them real quick?
Yeah, Truth, obviously midship, is the remake in Halo 5. It's camo dependent. You need to make sure you grab it and take control of the map using top, middle, and circulating through those spawns. That is going to be so essential. But one of my favorite maps in the rotation has got to be Plaza for one reason and one reason only, and that is going to be because of the sniper. The sniper rifle is just the key to exciting gameplay. You see all of the highlights from this map alone, and honestly, it just brings everything to life. A lot of people talk about like Plaza being an absolute staple. You gotta have it and play it as much as possible. And then, last but not least, Regret. Regret is basically played the same way as Truth. It's very much a rotational map, a little bit more cover on top, middle, and a lot more, ways to stay alive. So a lot more movement based, and it's a god tier 2v2 map. You have to be good on it if you want to win your series.
No doubt you have to be good. And if you want to play on Money Tuesday, we got a lot of inquiries about people like how to play, how do I get involved. You got to be good. You got to be one of the best. And you got to put up a fight against these people here. I am actually I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna let these guys take over the broadcast while I punch a bunch of buttons and make sure everything goes good and all that good stuff. We are gonna be joined by the usual. We got Mr. Garrett O'Toole, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tools Cast. We got Why Not Be Reckless, Why Not Be Casting, Mr. Tony Rose. And then, of course, we got our beloved HGS host, Mr. Shyway. How are you guys doing?
Great. Happy to be here, guys. Look at all these beautiful people, by the way. Man, we're back.
We back.
I'm excited.
This is it. Money Tuesday. We couldn't do it last week. I was so bummed. We are finally here. This is some amazing matches we've got today. I want to jump right in and start talking about these players. I mean, this is incredible. We got to get some predictions out there. We got to start talking about this undercard and the main event. But first of all, I want to just get everybody out there that's watching a thank you. Thank you for tuning in, getting in early. I saw all of you guys ready for it. You guys were talking about it. Make sure to tweet out, hashtag Tuesday, 2SDAY. And let us know your predictions for the undercard and the main event, and we'll post them up on the stream. And also follow the Twitch, and subscribe to our YouTube. We're putting a lot of work into there, putting our archives up and making sure that we have some cute little thumbnails. Shout out to Gary here for putting some amazing stuff together. And it's been a ride. But I want to start off here with talking about our undercard. We've got Druk and Soulsnipe are going to be back. They played against Bound and Renegade, and they fell flat. They did a great job. It was a very, very challenging match. But they just couldn't get it done. But let's talk about Druk. Gary, what do you got for me?
Okay, so Druk. Did anyone watch last Saturday and just think, oh my God, Druk is becoming the player that we all thought he could become? Because the way that he took over in the finals, I think is indicative of what we're going to see of Druk for now on. He is, to me, one of the most promising players on that KCP roster. I think they're going to do great things come Infinite, and he's one of those players that has the potential of popping off in any match that he plays in, but he's always going to be the dirty work, right? He's always going to be doing what's necessary for them to win, and then when he needs to go Super Saiyan, when he needs to power up, he powers up and he goes through. Don't let him have a power weapon in his hand. Don't let him get any kind of advantage on the map because he'll use it. I absolutely love Druk for this match. I think we're going to see a special game today in this undercard. I can't believe this is our undercard because we just have talent all around.
Yeah, it's going to be unbelievable. Obviously, we saw that Frosty couldn't get it done with Trippy last time, and he wanted to come back so bad, so we got him back in here to play with Vemzii. Frosty and Vemzii are going to be pretty much like our highlight for me. Like, I want to see this Vemzii guy explode. I want him to be like this new rising star, and I want to see him get a lot of success from this, because that's kind of what we're all about here. We're putting all of the talent on a stage. There isn't really a big stage right now for Halo, and Vemzii has shown that he is capable of so much. But he hasn't really had the HCS experience. He hasn't really had the 4v4. So I think by players seeing this kind of gameplay, they're going to be like, oh, maybe we should get in on this guy because he is outstanding. But hey, he's got Frosty with him, and I think that's a big part of this. Alex, tell me about Frosty, the world champion. Is this guy going to be able to help this young star tonight?
Guys, Frosty is the GOAT. What else really needs to be said on this category? I'll add a couple of things just because I got to fill the time here, of course. But man's he's a two-time Halo World Champion. He's a COD champion as well. It doesn't seem to matter what game this guy touches. It's gold. It's like the Midas touch. He's practically invented the game as well. He's been stealing the spotlight in Halo 5 since 2016. He's been picking up. He put all the movement plays together, right? He's got all the Frosty spots, all these, these fancy movement plays. On top of that, he's a surgeon with his snipe. He's a scientist when it comes to map awareness. He's got all his PhDs. The man's absolutely incredible. He's a born leader in Halo 5, that's for sure. And I mean, he's got the tournament winnings to prove it. But when it comes to 4s, I'd say he's kind of the undisputed king. In 2s, though, I think the story's still being written. I think, a couple weeks ago, he did lose, of course, to Bound and Renegade. But it seems like every single time he plays 2s, he continues to get better. He continues to be deadlier. Here are some of the stats on screen here. It says total money earned $13,000. To be honest, if you look at his prize winnings, it's well over $700,000 if you look at all of it across HCS. But you got an average placement 2.1, game win percent 83.6, kill death ratio 1.33. So man's a master on the sticks for sure. And I think time will tell as to whether or not he is the GOAT of 2s. He's still got a little bit of work to do, and I think today's a good day to prove it. Now teaming with Vemzii, this is a pretty interesting team, interesting matchup here. Very curious to see how it goes, and I'm sure we'll talk a bit about Vemzii as well.
Yeah, they talk about there being 3 players that are level 99 2v2 players, and Frosty is the 3rd player. There's Bound, Renegade, and Frosty. He is at level 99 out there. He's only one of 3 guys that really are the gods, the titans of 2v2. So I'm really, really hoping that Frosty can help Vemzii excel. Vemzii is so exciting to hear his listen-ins, to hear his comms, but also just to watch play. He's so smooth with his movement, incredible shots. He has a lot of confidence in himself, something that's very, very exciting to see. But like I said, he hasn't really had much HCS experience, so we don't really have much stats on him. Looking at the stats cards, those are from recent seasons, but he hasn't really played at all that much. Oh my god, he
Sorry,
loves to do that, dude. He's done that. I've seen him do that like 3 or 4 times. That's like his signature move. I swear to God, if he does that at one of his first major events, it's going to be outstanding. I know everybody's just going to be waiting for it. But, yeah, we've got to talk about the storyline here. Frosty just lost a huge upset to these players, Druk and Soulsnipe, in the HCS Championship Grand Finals of the last event. I mean, he's got this want to beat these players so bad. Frosty he's talking smack in the chats. Like, we've got group chats with these players, and there's back and forth going. That there's a fire in Frosty right now. He's a competitor, man. He's a 2-time world champion. He wants to beat these guys so bad. Tony, tell me about Soulsnipe. Tell me what he's going to do tonight to pretty much hold his throne. I mean, KCP, they're the best team in the world right now.
I mean, as you said before, I'm really excited about this young man, Soulsnipe. You see his stats on the screen: $5,250 earned, and that's just in the Pro Series. Totaled out. He's accumulated over $22,000 in prize pool money. This man has a total game win percentage of 71.6% as a win percentage. I mean, across the board, that is absolutely incredible, and has an average placement of 3.2. And as you said before, tonight, he's coming off of a big win off of the Pro Series. I mean, this young man, he's a top money match specialist. He's placed top 6 on LAN. He's done it in 4s. He's done it in 2s. The man even placed 3rd in 2017 at a free for all. That when you think about the fastest players around, you want to say Bound, you want to say Frosty, because they're able to match their shots along with that speed. Soulsnipe is right up there with it. I've never seen such an efficient player be able to fly across the map, play objective, and still consistently hit his shots.
Let's bring up Drux as well, because I think that there is something to be said about both of these players' stats. They've been teaming together for a while. They have almost the exact same stats. Gary, am I right? Are they the exact?
It's not almost. It literally is the same exact stats. These guys, when we talk about team play and KCP and how they out-team people, I think these stats are what prove it, right? They all hover around that 1.0, just going negative on their team, except for, Talik last Saturday. He went crazy. but Druk and Soulsnipe, they literally have the same exact stats in their HCS Pro series, which I think is absolutely insane.
And I think that raises another point as well, is when do you ever see Druk and Soulsnipe not teaming together? They're always playing together. That's why their stats are practically identical. That's honestly the biggest question mark of the night here is team chemistry, and is that something that carries over on the side of Frosty and Vemzii? Because we know Druk and Soulsnipe have chemistry. They always play together. But Frosty, Vemzii, I mean, who picks up the snipe in Plaza? Who do you think's going to get that? I honestly, it's a question mark for me, because Vemzii played incredible last time he picked up snipe, but this is Frosty we're talking about. On top of that, Vemzii, as far as I'm aware, Vemzii is the type of personality who likes. I don't know if being in charge is the right word, but I feel like Vemzii's typically the guy who's so cracked he almost calls the shots. But he's playing with Frosty, so he has to kind of, back down a little bit in his own ego. He usually is the ego guy, right? So I don't really know if Vemzii's going to feel 100% comfortable with Frosty today. Will they have good chemistry?
Well, I guess we'll see. We'll find out. Our first game. Frosty's top mid, and Vemzii just went down on the P side, and that could cost Frosty and them the camo. I don't think Vemzii got it, so that should leave the camo in the hands of Druk and Soulsnipe. And oh my God, Vemzii is just waiting around this corner. No, so the camo did get burned, Tony. So we're going to see a pretty even start between them, but it's all Druk and Soulsnipe early on in this game.
In a 2v2 situation, you do not want to be the first player to die, and so far, Frosty and Vemzii have done it twice. It's actually Vemzii who just got taken out. We have a 3-0 lead in favor of your red team squad, and Soulsnipe is now pushing forward as Druk gets the nade off on Frosty, and Vemzii's going to be taking, actually, he's one shot. Vemzii lives. I don't know how he lived in that situation.
that is what Vemzii does, man. His movement across the map, the way he gets out of slippery positions, he's like the deadliest catch on the Discovery Channel, man, because if you let him go, he's gonna absolutely take you out with him. But they do eventually find him, and this is about as hot of a start for Druk and Soulsnipe that you could ask for. Soulsnipe just loses the one-on-one versus Frosty. Vemzii comes in like the shining knight he is and finds that kill. So two big kills in the favor of Frosty and Vemzii to stop that railroading that was happening on those two. It seemed as if they couldn't get anything going. Now they have the position, Tony. They can calm it down a little bit, make sure they start playing with each other. One thing I'm noticing between these two, it seems as if they're playing very individualistic right now. I want to see them get together, have some of that team chemistry that we see between Druk and Soulsnipe.
I think what they're trying to do is, I think they're trying not to maybe watch the same exact angles. They're trying to stay within arm's length of each other, which is a winning strategy, because once you get the opponent's team exactly where you want them, you can collapse from both sides and really take advantage. That's what twos is all about. Druk putting some great shots across map, great shots on Vemzii, great shots on Frosty, and Vemzii somehow finishes the kill before getting taken out. We have a 6-4 lead in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe.
Right, but Camo's coming up, and Frosty's at P2. He can't get eyes on the camo, and you see Druk come out that door to stop him from looking down at the camo. That should reward Soulsnipe. He's made one shot. He loses that fight versus Vemzii, and Druk gets killed on the way, and I believe that's going to give... Oh, no, no camouflage picked up, so Soulsnipe got the burn on the camouflage, unless if Vemzii just left it early or something like that. But that should mean we've gone 2 camouflages without any camo play, right? So we've only seen pistols, we've only seen a team shot, and so far, that's favored Druk and Soulsnipe. Frosty and Vemzii seem as if they're starting to get more into a flow, though. When we saw them early on in this game, they were never helping each other. They seem just to take on individual fights. As I say, this Vemzii's just challenging his heart out on this player over at Car Bubble. Frosty wins his individual fight. So far, I mean, the one-on-one strategy, it seems to be working in the favor of Vemzii and Frosty now. It was a rough start, but they're starting to get it rolling in the right direction. They tied it up. We're basically 0-all. This next camouflage, to me, Tony, is going to be the big difference maker. Whatever team finally gets away with a camouflage, I believe will start building themselves a lead.
We are tied up at 7 apiece. Indeed, Gary. Now we're going to switch gears over towards the reigning MVP, who actually spots somebody top mid, and Mikey getting the first few shots, forcing Frosty to back down to try to stay alive. Now he's going to try to catch a different angle. He's going to catch both of them, still able to finish off Soulsnipe and forcing Druk to back down, and now we have a 1-kill lead in favor of your blue team squad.
Yeah, that's absolutely critical. Vemzii trapped at that bottom car, but he's going to try to get away, and get away he does. He gets back to Frosty, and we're going to see them just both take control of opposite bases. They're going to start trying to play for this P side, right? Because camouflage is coming up. Frosty knows there's a player to his left, and there's a player car 2. That player car 2 should be alone and for the pickings, but Frosty's hyper aware of Druk in the base. He lands down the shot. Soulsnipe wins his fight across the map. Frosty trying to win versus Druk. He does, but Soulsnipe eventually finds that kill, and that might give them the timing necessary to finally get some camo control. They have full P-side. Druk just spawned there. Nades are coming in from car 2. Soulsnipe somehow lives, but the camouflage, oh my, I'm so curious as to what's happened with it. Druk just died from Vemzii underneath. Soulsnipe needs to check it. Oh man, I'm still not sure what happened to this camo, Tony.
The fact that he checked it makes me think that it actually was not up yet. Druk able to finish off that kill despite spawning from across the map here. Vemzii putting some good shots in, but catching a different angle towards P. And it's 7 minutes and 21 seconds on the game, so obviously that camo has not been a factor yet at all. You know what? I'm going to assume this next one, Gary, that's going to be the game changer. Still on board here with Soulsnipe.
Yeah, whichever one, because it really has just been trade for trade thus far. I mean, we saw an early lead from Druk and Soulsnipe that dissipated quickly when Frosty and Vemzii started getting into their groove. But ever since then, it's just been trade for trade. We've just seen teams winning one fight, the other player going down, and it's really just stalemating. It just feels as if we're in that early game and like a chess match where you're waiting for the tension to break in the middle of the board. Who will push the pawns forward and create some space for their team to work in?
Vemzii able to pick up another big kill on Soulsnipe, but he's actually one shot and somehow picks up the reversal medal and 5ing Druk. Now they have a 3-kill lead in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. That was absolutely insane. Great double kill coming from Vemzii. We're going to hop on board with them because clearly he is hot.
Absolutely. It's so hot. 14-11. 3-kill lead has opened up for Frosty and Vemzii, and they're trying to keep the pedal to the metal. You see them just aggressively pushing these players over at car, but Druk and Soulsnipe have done a wonderful job positioning themselves to make their kills hard. But Soulsnipe's going to die, and that's going to leave Druk all by his lonesome, and he shouldn't survive for long as Frosty moves back to P2. And I can't believe, I'm not sure why Frosty pushed out back to P2, because they had Druk isolated by himself. I felt like that should have been a free and easy kill for these two, but they opt not to go for it.
You know what? You're right. I don't know why they opted not to, but you're going to switch gears over towards Druk, who actually put some good shots in, but Soulsnipe going to get rewarded that kill. Now coming in for the bait and switch action. He's going to go down, and Vemzii somehow picks up the stick. That's a beautiful play by him. He was dead to rights. It was great. It was great teamwork coming out of Druk and Soulsnipe, but a better individual play coming out of Gabriel, the young man named Vemzii.
You know, and we just saw it for the first time, Tony. The camo, we finally saw what happened to it. They tried to pick it up. I was thinking, is there no camo on this map? Am I going crazy? We haven't seen it play an impact, but they're just so hyper aware of it, right? These guys are so good at twos. They know how devastating a good camouflage player can be, and they've allocated all of their resources to getting there and making sure that camo can play no impact. And thus far, it really has not. And we see a 2-kill lead for Frosty and Vemzii. They have the control for now. And honestly, what needs to happen for Druk and Soulsnipe to come back in? Is it the camouflage? Is it the noob combo? Is it the tac magnum? Is it them just starting to hit better shots? We'll see, because this lead is starting to grow and grow. They need to find something here and now.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I think they're playing well. I mean, they start off with a 4-0 lead because of their teamwork. However, it's coming down to individual pivotal gunfights. And as of right now, Frosty's winning theirs. Vemzii, not that one right there. So it's like throwing a soul nade, if you will. But Vemzii has been really impressing me, getting that nasty reversal 5 double kill, also getting off the sticks. Vemzii's winning individual pivotal gunfights. Druk and Soulsnipe are not playing bad, and they can easily step it up. There is still time here.
Vemzii taking some pressure from top mid, but he's so focused on Druk. He wants to help Frosty, and he's doing his best to do so. And that is a beautiful play from Vemzii. Those are the little micro plays, the awareness plays that you'll see from these top tier 2s players, where they're getting shot on the side at top mid and they don't care. They just move themselves to a different position, make sure that top mid player can't take care of them, go and help their teammate. They got that kill, and they keep their control. They keep the ability to apply pressure, and applying pressure they are, as Frosty finds Druk. They have the 4-kill lead, but camo's up now. 32 was the time. Vemzii, does he see him? Yes, he does. Soulsnipe needs to win this fight. Vemzii goes down, but Soulsnipe's pen made one shot. Frosty trying to hit out the nades, but can't quite let them land. This is how they come back. It's all on Soulsnipe's shoulders. He has to use this camouflage to get them back into the game. And so far, he's gone +2, and they have them on their back foot. They know the spawn. You saw Soulsnipe immediately look. This is the opportunity that Druk and Soulsnipe have been waiting for.
I'm going to have to agree with you. We're on board here with a 20-year-old out of Wisconsin, Mr. Michael Gergis, a.k.a. Mr. Soulsnipe, who still has about 25% of that camo left. He actually popped Frosty a couple of times, but his teammate goes down. He's going to be by himself, not able to finish off Vemzii. Frosty going in for the kill. He's being annoying. He's being annoying, Garrett.
Yeah, but it's too much. Frosty's just too smart for that. He almost took down Vemzii. That's such a critical kill. He had to kill Vemzii before he got through that door. He's not able to do so, and that should cut that comeback off. I just don't see any other way. They're just gonna have to win every individual from here on out, and that just seems like an impossible task when you have two players like Vemzii and Vemzii and Frosty. You see Vemzii just won a 1v2. Frosty eventually comes in. We're just one kill away from our first game going in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. Frosty not quite able to land that last shot, but Druk's been made one shot, and it should just be a matter of time before Vemzii comes in and gets that last kill.
24-21 lead in favor of your blue team squad, aka Frosty and Vemzii, but they cannot get, I mean, hey, don't get too happy. I mean, they can easily get taken down, and now everything going, now the momentum is swinging in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe. They're only 2 kills behind. It's doable. I promise you, Garrett, it's doable.
I guess it's not over until it's over, and Druk and Soulsnipe are proving why you say that, because they just got out of the stickiest situation. It seemed as if everything was going off against them. Druk was trapped in that bottom base. He somehow lives. They find an individual kill on Frosty across the map, and now Vemzii's by himself. He wants to make sure they can't get away with this camouflage. If Druk or Soulsnipe grab this camo, get away, and then use that camo to find picks, they absolutely could make the comeback happen. We're talking about a 24-20 game that they would come back into. 5 uncontested kills in order to win this game. But Soulsnipe's been found out from P3. He drops P1. Vemzii has the camouflage, but he's killed from Druk. We're tied up 24. Oh, Frosty's getting shot at the bottom base. He has a one-on-one. He's made one shot. They push through. The comeback's complete. Soulsnipe and Druk have done it. What in the world did we just witness?
Garrett, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie. I said I did say don't count them out, but in my head I was like, okay, it's only one more kill. There's no way they're gonna throw this. And Soulsnipe and Druk clawed their way back into it, take the win, 25-24. And ladies and gentlemen, that was only game number 1. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I had them out. I saw no shot. I was like, literally no shot. Druk's blinking one shot underneath the base. There's no way they let him get out. And then all of a sudden, he gets away. He lives. They find kill after kill. And the biggest kill, in my opinion, was that death that Frosty had by himself over at that car door. That left Vemzii by himself at the P door. Ever since that happened, it came back. It wasn't even 20-24. It was 19-24, Tony. What in the world did we just witness?
I mean, there's no way to put it. We witnessed a choke. That was a winnable game coming in from Frosty and Vemzii, and I know for a fact neither player is happy with that one. They choked. They threw it away. That was their game to win. Druk and Soulsnipe stepped it up, which, by the way, I'm saying that Frosty and Vemzii choked. I don't want to take anything away from these 2 young men. Druk and Soulsnipe, in order to complete the choke, I mean, you have to step it up, and that's what they did. They won those pivotal gunfights. They knew what they had to accomplish, and they executed, Gary. That was excellent. And again, I can't say this enough. That was only game number 1, Gary. That was only game number 1.
I think we might be going the distance, Tony. That would, oh man, I want it to happen. I mean, I want it to be 5 games, 24-24 every single time. Show why Money Tuesday is the best show around. We have the best competitors playing at their top level, and that's what we witnessed. I mean, talk about the ice from Druk and Soulsnipe not to get themselves down and out when you're down by that much. That's that chemistry that we talked about. They've been teaming with each other since 2018 with that Anaheim Pirates roster at that DreamHack Atlanta event where they got top 5. I mean, I think they finished 4th place in that, or no, top 6. They got top 6. They lost the splice to get top 6 at DreamHack Atlanta. Ever since then, they've just stuck it out with each other, kept grinding, kept getting better, and now we've seen them finally rise. The cream has risen with these two, and they're ready to take on anyone when it comes to Halo 5.
Let me tell you something. I mean, I'm very impressed by these young men. Druk and Soulsnipe, you know, I almost consider them veterans at this point, but I almost forget how young they are. You know, 20 years old. I believe Druk might be, what, 22 years old? It's absolutely insane. You know, Soulsnipe, again, I said it before, this man could do everything. He has a fantastic shot. His movement is on point. His objective play is absolutely insane. The man is a long-distance runner. He plays basketball. He edits videos. Is there anything this man cannot do, Garrett?
No. He is Mr. Do-It-All. I love to see the grind being put in from players like him early on, right? He knows what the opportunity is now, and he's putting in the groundwork so that he can see success come infinite. And, you know, if you're sitting at home and you're like, hey, I could be doing this, I could be doing that, I could be starting a YouTube channel, I could be getting more active in the community, then go do it and find your opportunity. We're moving into Plaza. Sniper Rifle going to be playing an impact. And Shyway asked before the game, hey, does Vemzii get the sniper? Does Frosty get the sniper? Tony, I think we both know the answer to that. You don't let anyone but Frosty have that sniper rifle.
I mean, I will say, I mean, obviously going to let Frosty get the sniper rifle for the most part, but Vemzii, I mean, he can make some plays too. Frosty with the overshield, trying to collapse on that final player, which is going to be Druk. I mean, this man knows how to escape. He's been playing Fortnite for, what, a few years. He knows how to escape a bad situation as he gets the melee off, wins his individual battle against Vemzii. That was a great play. If you're in a 2v1 situation and you come up with the kill, fantastic. That's great.
Holy 5 by Frosty, man. He got hit by the noob combo. His shot did not stray whatsoever. He puts in the rest to finish him off. Vemzii spawns on the sniper rifle and was able to get it in his hands while all that was happening. Frosty just won a critical fight. Even though he had that overshield to help him out, they did not make it easy as Frosty's pushing these players in the back. Soulsnipe eventually going to trade him out, but Vemzii gets this top position with the sniper rifle, and there really isn't an escape route for these two to get out that he can't watch. He misses the first shot, has to drop down and get back to the A to Frosty. He does exactly that, and they can really just slow play, let Vemzii develop this sniper rifle, find picks, and extend out their lead. Just don't die with it, young man. He immediately gets naded, and he's getting pushed. He needs to win this fight, and the headshot comes in, but Druk beautifully positioned to get the trade out. And can he win versus Frosty? No, Frosty's not losing a one-on-one at all today.
And that's another squad wipe going in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. It's a 6-3 lead, and Frosty has that sniper rifle, has about 6 shots left. Make that 5 because he plants it on Druk's dome. And Soulsnipe is actually still alive, so we're going to see if they'd let to collapse or maybe let to get a better angle.
Better angle this is. He has the cross through Nest, blame anyone that moves forward, but they know better, man. They don't even want to peek. Druk eventually does find the cross, but Frosty should have a bullet for him in about 3 seconds if he decides to push forward. Look at Frosty, man. He knows. He's like, you're gonna eventually push forward. We can see. Oh no, he goes back. Oh, Frosty has a sixth sense, man. He saw him go back. He immediately pushed forward. Vemzii with the good call outs probably right there, but man, you can see how separate they are. Vemzii's all the way at LR. He's just trying to find his position to alleviate pressure from Frosty, and Frosty can just line up this overshield. No one's going to get it without getting tagged with the sniper rifle. Vemzii finds one. The sniper rifle comes in, and Frosty wins it versus Druk. Man, Frosty feels as if he's on another level right now. We talked about having 99 rated players in 2v2. Frosty's proving why he is that coveted card, that 99 overall player.
And another big snipe planting on Druk's head right there. You notice Vemzii was blocking the LR. He went straight to blue window. That forced the bottom nest spawn, and he was ready. You called him a 99 twos player. That's for a reason. Only 99s know about that spawn right there. 10-3 lead in favor of Frosty and Vemzii, and he still has a bullet in the sniper rifle. What? There's like 5 kills for him, right?
Rifle's ready.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, another sniper rifle's up. We see Soulsnipe able to get it into his hands this time. Only hits the body shot that time, so Vemzii's going to be able to get a sniper. Now we have 2 sniper rifles on the side of Frosty and Vemzii. Frosty only has 1 bullet left in his, unfortunately. As Vemzii finds those kills, he'll gobble up that last bullet in a second, and then they're going to use this. Honestly, Druk and Soulsnipe just need to get this sniper rifle out of the hands of Frosty and Vemzii, and they've just done a beautiful job and not letting that happen. The red bar comes through. Vemzii shooting some bodies. He's feeling themselves. They just choked out a first game. I thought, you know, Vemzii's mental might not be there. You know, first time really with the big lights on in this capacity. He goes down, loses a critical game, and he looks as if he has he's just regained full in one game, and he's playing out of his mind. I love to see it.
He's playing out his mind indeed, but he wasn't shooting bodies. I mean, we have a zombie problem right now in 2021. He was making sure that man didn't come back alive and cause some damage. Vemzii does not know the players over to a top goal, gets the body shot on Soulsnipe, finishes him off with a killing spree, and I don't know where that top goal player went, but now the players over in blue, he's gonna get taken out, and we have a 16-4 lead in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. They have 4x the enemy team score. Garrett, what is going on here?
What's going on is utter domination. We see why the sniper rifle is so impactful on Plaza. If you have a player that knows how to stay alive and does their best to do so, you can see how devastating it is. And once again, Vemzii just values his life overall. Frosty gets that overshield, and now they can just push forward, and they're up 17-4. Tony, I want to hear what's going on through their comms. How are they feeling right now being up by so much?
Spawn blue, right?
Yeah, I'm just pushing. I'm pushing.
Right.
I'm pushing.
You might have spawned S1, but no, he's S. Yep, S1, Mikey. Oh, look, no, you're
They should both spawn there, Loki.
Upside one shot right now. Good fucking shit. Holy fuck. Alright. I'm holding the yard right now.
I'm doing some weird shit. I'm going to.
Alright. I'm gonna go LR.
Game over. Victory.
Tony, that calm, cool, and collected. I think that's all we can say about it. You know, I expected Vemzii to be coming in, you know, hear that classic Vemzii comms, but hey, he's just calling out, making sure Frosty gets his final kills. 25-6. What a devastating scoreline in our second game.
And you know what? I find that quite impressive. Like, obviously, if you were here 3 weeks ago, we saw some really great sound bites coming out of Vemzii. But this time, you know, he has Frosty on his team. I think he wants to impress him. And at the same time, strictly business going on there. Calm, cool, collected, and as much information as possible. 25-6 win in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. And mind you guys, this is a best of 5. Soulsnipe and Druk need to step up right here, right now, or they're out. That is it. I mean, Frosty only died 2 times. Garrett, I don't know how they're gonna come back after that one. Luckily, I'm not gonna doubt Druk and Soulsnipe. They came back and won game number 1. Maybe they could come back after that one, but to me, that's a big momentum hit.
That game, just in general, man, that was a game that established, that was like the tone was established early on by Frosty. Oh, look at that no-scope by Vemzii. That's such a clean one, using that pillar as defense. But him winning that 1v2 fight, even though he had that overshield, right? But Druk eventually comes down. He uses the new combo to burn the shields, and Frosty just doesn't miss a shot. Puts 5 bullets in, gets that kill, and from there, they never let off. The sniper rifle goes in Vemzii's hands. Eventually, it's picked up by Frosty. They use it to get themselves back into the game. And honestly, we're just seeing highlight after highlight of the sniper being used magnificently. And look at that, man. Vemzii, like you said, there's a zombie problem on the run, man. I don't want to see any of these guys coming back to life. But Vemzii and Frosty both had their moments with the sniper rifle. So when it comes to Shyaway's question, I guess it's either one, right? And it's great to have that insurance that, hey, if I don't get the sniper rifle, my teammate's almost as good with it. He's going to put it to work, and that's all it is. This was just a day of work for these guys. They went in, they executed fast. And Frosty, I don't think he missed a shot. I didn't get to catch his accuracy, but I'm very curious as to what the accuracy of Frosty was that last game.
I'm curious as well, but I mean, either way, it must have been absolutely incredible, and that was an incredible win as well. As you see Vemzii go in and finish off that kill. And mind you guys, I believe we are tied up at 1 apiece. First to 3 are going to take the game, and Garrett, I mean, we're tied up right now. It is possible that we might see a game number 5. Now, I will say, luckily for Druk and Soulsnipe, we're not going to see Plaza again in the series no matter what. They've already showed they can step in on Truth. So, you know what? Let's say whether they win or lose regret, maybe they can step up again in game number 4 on Truth. But either way, that was a huge win in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. And thank goodness we're not going to see Plaza again.
Yeah, I mean, that sniper rifle, I think Druk and Soulsnipe, they're glad it's gone. they're gonna have nightmares about it for a couple days. And that map just did not go in their favor. But now we're on regret. We're ready for them to make the comeback. I want to see a competitive game this time. I have a feeling that we're gonna get it, Tony. Druk and Soulsnipe working for that overshield, and it's gonna be going in the hands of Druk. You see Vemzii, he immediately leaves. He wants no part of that one.
No part of that one indeed. He got out of dodge and now going to climb his way over towards car 4 while Druk going to challenge Frosty. Frosty able to burn all of that overshield away, but Druk still comes out with the individual win. Now, does he know that player's on blue car? I think he does now. He does now, Garrett.
He's on him down. He's not gonna let him get away. He's just watching the crosses. His teammate will eventually come in and find the kill. He falls. Oh my, Vemzii stays alive though, man. We talk about how slippery he is. He gets out of a bad situation, and now he's gonna be able to reposition, and that control that Druk and Soulsnipe had, it's basically lost at this point as Frosty wins a one-on-one versus Soulsnipe, and now they have complete top control. They're gonna be able to dictate the spawns, and it's gonna come down to a break from Druk and Soulsnipe. They need to win an individual, a pivotal fight, if you will.
It needs to be done, but Druk comes right in for the flank, taking him out of Warwood's on top P, and he doesn't know, but he doesn't know Frosty's on blue bridge. Frosty sneaks in a couple of shots, tries to finish on top mid. He's gonna have to get out of dodge as well, and we are tied up at 3 apiece with 10 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock.
And we heard icy comms from Frosty and Vemzii when they were just dominating in game 2. We're early on in game 3. I want to hear how Druk and Soulsnipe are reacting to that last game, how they're getting themselves back into it. Let's go in with our next listen in with Druk and Soulsnipe.
One top on the blue court, like car 0. Literally car 0.
They're both car 0, I think. I think they're both car 0. Traded. Oh, kiss top right car and then
Alright.
he's still in the. I don't know. He went recorder. And our kid's blue window.
Yo, Ovi.
Fuck. Yeah, I forgot what time it is.
45. I know you're ready, like. Blue light. Can't change.
Yeah, one shot blue light.
Try to lift.
One shot blue light still.
Bottom middle, Vemzii. Bottom mid, Vemzii.
I'm blue core.
Bottom mid, Vemzii. Absolute
One
bottom
shot on
mid.
it. No way, he's got it.
Red bridge, top red, Vemzii.
Oh, he's blue light. He's one shot. Nice. Our kid's blue bridge. Swinging at you.
He's running.
He went. I think he went car. Or he dropped. He's bottom mid. I spawned red. Up his out. He's bottom mid still. He's still bottom of the table, I think.
Yeah, weak. One shot red. All those ready as well. Wait, one shot bottom mid.
Dude, I just got spawn killed. They both already lie. Our kid's top mid, I think. Yeah, bottom mid, Vemzii. Bottom.
One shot bottom red, bro.
One shot still.
That's one blue.
Blue. Top car, Vemzii. Car 4. Ready, like weak, Brad.
And red car, and red car.
I'm pushing red car.
P1 Brad. Both on me, bro.
I'm watching your street. I'm behind ready,
One
like.
could be P1, flanking.
One shot ready, like. One shot window. Red bridge again, Vemzii. Summon on you.
On me.
I'll do him. He's blue window.
Still blue
He's in blue.
I need help.
He's one top blue car, one shot. One top blue car is out.
Looking. What's going on? I'm looking P.
I'm car 4. He's car 4. 2 shot.
Yeah, I can't help.
One shot red hole, like red
One
bridge.
jet bridge as well, one shot. One shot red hole, red bridge.
I'm chilling. One shot bottom mid.
Yeah, red bridge right here.
Bottom.
He's like bottom red court.
Alright.
Bottom red
I'm
court.
RP. OB.
Very
I'll see
bottom red bridge, bro. One shot bottom red bridge. Never moved.
I got beat down OB. He got it like 41, 42.
And that overshield is going to be devastating for Druk and Soulsnipe. Vemzii's just going to use it to get into their face. And I thought they were doing a great job of getting themselves positioned. It sounded like the comms were great. And then all of a sudden, it just fell apart at the last second. And honestly, a little bit of frustration in the comms. I don't know if you picked that up, Tony, but it felt as if they're getting a little frustrated when kills are getting away from them.
You know, I'm going to agree with you on that one. It was a little bit of an undertone of frustration there, but I still love the fact that it was calm, it was cool, it was collected, it was informative as Vemzii coming in and takes out that one player over towards bottom red, and even challenges tunnels like that, forcing the second one to back down despite being weak. Vemzii playing very good individually, and now gonna get into another battle towards top P. What also impressed me about Druk is Druk put himself in a not advantageous position towards bottom mid to look bottom red to try to finish off that one-shot kill, Gary. Then he realized in a bad position and then jumps straight up to top mid with a couple of fancy jumps. I mean, that's what Druk does. I mean, I guess that's what Fortnite does to you. You got to get that top advantage.
Right? He's building platforms up to top mid, man. Imagine the day where Halo has the building mechanics of Fortnite. But here we go, 6-kill lead for Frosty and Vemzii, and Frosty just on a spurge, really. He looks like an eagle with that carbine top mid. He eventually gets taken down to bottom. But yeah, this is just going to be a tough comeback for Druk and Soulsnipe to make. They need to start, we need to start seeing more of that team play that we saw in the first game on Truth. It just feels as if it's been more absent than it's been before, as Vemzii finds the kill on Soulsnipe. Druk eventually does get the backsmack on Frosty, but they just can't afford to be trading at this moment. They need to find themselves on a cycle, and a beautiful outplay from Druk. He knew that where the drop was happening. He went down, got the kill, and gets himself back up to top mid just in time to find another encounter. And Frosty, if he wins this one, they could start gaining some more control, but Frosty's gonna live for now. Soulsnipe comes in and gets the trade. As I say it, man, the teamwork's starting to come in. The overshield's in their hands. I'm smelling another big run for Druk and Soulsnipe right here.
Overshield still in the hands of Soulsnipe's going to switch on board here with him as he's flying at that player with one shot towards top red. Druk going to come in for the finish, with Frosty being as annoying as possible, and Frosty wins the individual piv despite being one shot, taking out Druk. Soulsnipe luckily able to finish off both players right there, bringing them back within 2. But again, Druk and Soulsnipe are playing fantastic teamwork. It is the individual gunfights that are going in favor of Frosty and Vemzii as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone expected that, right? Like, when it comes to, like, individual talents, best guns in the game, Vemzii and Frosty are both up there. You don't really think of a Druk or a Soulsnipe when you're talking about best pistols in the game, and they can't let the game devolve to that. It can't be who has the best pistol. It has to be who has the best teamwork, who has the best collapse, who has the best awareness, and awareness is what they need. A Soulsnipe is just waiting for someone to come to Car 2 and challenge him. He eventually makes that player one shot, but just can't get the finish, and that's just been the theme of the game thus far. There's so many one shots that have just gotten away from Druk and Soulsnipe, as Druk's gonna find Frosty in the back, and once again a one shot running away from Druk, and he's gonna survive there. No, actually, beautiful nade from Druk. I spoke too soon. Every time I think I'm about to say something where I know what's gonna happen, man, Druk and Soulsnipe proved me wrong, and I hope they keep doing so, as they're just about to tie up this game at 20 all. Overshield is coming up in 20 seconds, Tony. To me, that determines our winner.
Yes, 2019 lead, and I'm going to agree with you for the most part. You know, as far as gun skill goes, I think Frosty is the best in the lobby right now, as Druk putting some good shots, able to pull the trade off. Soulsnipe comes out and takes out Vemzii. That is a squad wipe and the first lead in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe. I was just about to say, I think Frosty the best Slayer in the lobby. However, don't count Soulsnipe and Druk out. They are a very close second and third.
And the overshield should be coming up any second right now, and Soulsnipe went down. He had the noob combos in X, so his Vemzii's going to be able to get that overshield, but the noob combo's down at P2, and they're not going to be able to get to it, so they're going to have to burn Vemzii out with just their pistols alone, and that's going to be a tall order to ask for. You see, they're starting to retreat. They're making sure they have each other's angles. Vemzii needs to make sure he gets a kill with his overshield, and he's going to fly. He's going to eventually find Druk right here. That's a kill. 22 all. Overshield's finally burned. He goes +1 with it, but the bigger story, they keep it away from Druk and Soulsnipe. They had complete control. They had top mid. They had the noob combo. They were set up perfectly for the overshield. They don't get it, and that allows the opportunity for Frosty and Vemzii to start making their comeback. And Frosty just want to pivot across the map to make it game kill right there. 24 kills. Perfect for kill from Frosty to get them in this position. Vemzii picks up the new noob combo, and it's looking very similar to game 1. The question is, do they have the ice this time?
It was tied up at 22 apiece just a moment ago, but man, just big pivotal wins going in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. 2 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock, but time will not be a factor here. We're on board with them, and they only need one more kill, Gary. Can they do it?
Oh, can't they do it, man? Frosty, look how patient he is. He's just waiting for someone to make a misstep. A nade comes in. It's going to make him one shot. Can he survive? They both go down. 24 all. We're tied up in the top controls in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe. We see Soulsnipe blocking out the base. They're going to force a blue spawn. Both of them spawn. One under, one top. This is going to come down to the next fight. They're both pushing out car side. Oh, Tony, I don't know what's going to happen.
When the going gets tough, Druk and Soulsnipe step it up and tie up the game here, 24 apiece. Overshield should be coming up soon, but Druk putting some good damage on Vemzii. He takes a nade, so he's gonna be forced to back down, and Soulsnipe caught blue car. Will they collapse on him?
They know, man. They know. Look at Frosty. He was coming back to car. I think he knows that there's someone there. He's going to go back. Druk made the distraction in time. I think Frosty would have won that fight. Oh my, Druk gets the team shot. Of course it happens that way, Tony. Of course it happens that way. They are a team. They're a unit. The chemistry is there. That's 2 ice-ups from these two.
It is absolutely incredible. Whenever Frosty and Vemzii are within striking distance, they have not been able to close it out when the game is tight. They take a series lead that's 2-1 in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe. And look at that scoreboard. This time it is Druk dropping 16 kills, 4 assists, only dying 12 times, a big 3,131 damage, while also shooting above 50% accuracy. That is a large reason why they got that win. But also, I mean, I don't want to give it all to Druk. Stats don't tell the story. Soulsnipe's positioning, his teamwork, his shots, and forcing players to back down. Again, they were losing more pivotal gunfights, but in my opinion, it was the teamwork that prevailed, Gary.
Yeah, I was so worried when we saw Soulsnipe drop from car. He was in such an exposed position, and Druk just comes in and saves the day. He finds the team shot. But we saw the complete inverse of game 1 when it came to Druk and Soulsnipe. Last time Soulsnipe was the one with 16 kills. This time Druk's the one with 16 kills. These guys know how to come back in games. And, may I say, after Saturday, they won their event. They're the iciest crew around, man. I don't know how they walk around. They have to be shivering all the time because ice is in the veins when it comes to these two. They were down by such a large amount towards the end. They had lost complete control, and it comes down to 2 pivotal kills happening at the same time. They both won their individuals. They got that top control. And then they just dominated from there. They could not, like Frosty and Vemzii could not get out of that base, and they took advantage. What a wonderful game that we saw from Druk and Soulsnipe.
It's funny because I watched you play a ton of Among Us, and every time you play Among Us, you seem to have like this chemistry with whoever your second killer is, and you guys get those kills at the same time. They call that a double kill. Those Among Us style double kills, that's what Druk and Soulsnipe were doing. Again, it wasn't individual double kills for the most part. It was them getting those slays at the exact same time. Tied up at 24 apiece, shots coming in. Now look at this. Initial shots coming in, Frosty overextended, forgot that Druk was over the top mid, got that angle, takes him out, and it's just the little plays like that. You can play an entire 12-minute game, and I promise you, it's going to go down to maybe about 5 or 6 plays. That right there was a game-winning, iced-up play. I know I wouldn't be able to make that.
And they're slicing and dicing. Guys, if you have anything to say about these last couple of matches, go on Twitter, hashtag Tuesday 2, like the letter 2, and then day. Go tweet it out. It's gonna come up on stream. But here we go, a fast start from Druk and Soulsnipe. That's a big camo for Soulsnipe to get away with. And man, this is what we expect from these two. Match is on the line at this point, and Soulsnipe just hits perfect shots on Vemzii with this camo. Man, this is about as hot of a start that you'd want to see from these two.
They are riding the momentum off of that win and now have a 3-kill lead. But we've seen big leads before in both favor. Now the question is, can they hold on to 11 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock as Soulsnipe puts a couple good shots in, as the P shooter still has that camouflage, putting maximum damage. Druk, get in there.
Yes, my Soulsnipe's like buying so much time. Druk is eventually found out at the bottom base. Can he survive? He does for now. It's a one-on-one between Soulsnipe and Frosty. He's gonna win. Can he win the second engagement as well? We see Vemzii just running away once again, so slippery, and this was the bane of their existence in game 3. They just could not finish the one shots, and Vemzii is still one shot, and he's gonna get away 2 times. He was made one shot right there. He gets away both times. Vemzii's just been doing it over and over and over again. Look at him. He has no fear of this new combo. He's getting up close and personal. He eventually gets taken down, maybe trying to get his cake and eat it too right there, but Frosty eventually comes in and finds the kill. That's one thing I want to see Druk and Soulsnipe really clean up. Finish your one shots. Don't let Frosty and Vemzii get away multiple times. Druk cannot be dropping 3,100 damage. You have to make the game end sooner.
Frosty getting another pivotal kill on Druk, leaving Soulsnipe by himself, and Vemzii finishes off the 5-shot, and we're tied up at 5 apiece. And as I said before, Vemzii had a way of just staying alive, almost earned a hard target medal right there. As many times he was forced to back down, but look at the shots coming in. They're looking clean. He's winning those individual health fight right there, forcing Druk to back down, and now he's gonna have to get out of dodge, catch a different angle, which is good because camouflage should be coming up very soon here, Gary.
Yeah, look at them. They're controlling both P doors. That way they know if anyone's going to come, they should be able to get that camouflage relatively easy as long as they win their fights. Frosty wins his, but Vemzii lost. And Frosty comes out on top, man. We saw in Plaza where he's in those 1v2s and he hits the critical shot. The critical shot is hit. They finally take in the lead and they have the camouflage to go with it. They need to answer right now. Vemzii finds the kill on Druk, and now Soulsnipe's by himself. This looks like a bit of a cycle for me. They could just start isolating these players out and collapse with each other. But as I say that, Soulsnipe finds a critical kill on Vemzii to stop Frosty in his tracks.
8-7 lead in favor of your blue team squad, aka Frosty and Vemzii in camouflage in the hands of one of the most cerebral players in the game. This is not, I mean, he's one of the smartest, one of the best, one of the fastest, and now being one of the sneakiest players going towards card bubble, has the green gun in hand. Gary, can he do it? And there we go, taking out that first player. Soulsnipe goes down, Druk by himself. Perfectly played coming out of Brad.
Look at it, man. He wants this next kill. He's just flying for it. He has the camo's not holding him back anymore. He's gonna hit that sprint button, but Druk wins a big fight. Now that's gonna slow them down, right? So it's not a big deal for Vemzii and Frosty to trade out, right? They have the lead. It's going great for them. But that was so big for Druk and Soulsnipe because it allows them to breathe. It gives them space. They're not gonna feel another collapse from Frosty and Vemzii right away. And then they start winning their individuals. They're starting to set up towards the P side as camouflage is going to be coming up in 20-30 seconds, forcing the car spawns. So now Frosty and Vemzii are going to have to fight their way back towards P in order to get themselves in position for camo.
Still on board here with his 20-year-old out of Wisconsin who's controlling P-side almost single-handedly right here. He's going to have an individual gunfight in front of Vemzii, actually losing the bit of health battle. He's going to be forced to back down towards P3. Is Soulsnipe aware of it? There we go. They're going back at us. Some good shots across the board, and Vemzii wins another individual gunfight, giving them a 2-kill lead. And Camo, I don't know if it was up, but I mean, it just might be.
Yeah, camo is going to be so impactful. We'll see. I think it should be coming up just about now. Vemzii has this entire cross. I love this play from him. Get underneath the base. He's making a lot of noise, though. They should know he's right there. Man, look at that. That is the fastest POV in the game. He gets right up, gets the punch in the face, and is already pushing the next kill. They're starting to build themselves a little bit of a lead. Back-to-back camouflages for Frosty, and you don't want to let a player like Frosty get camouflage and control the game and dictate the pace, because he will dominate the game, because he doesn't miss shots. He shot over 60% every game, and he's going to continue doing so. He has one of the steadiest aims in the game.
Garrett, the moment you said he doesn't miss, he hits the hottest, smoothest 5 right there, giving them a 5-kill lead. That is not a coincidence. And mind you guys, it is I believe it's a 2-1 series lead in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe. So at this point, Frosty and Vemzii need this win to stay in this series right here and force a game number 5.
Well, momentum's in their favor. They've started to shift the wins. Everything going in their way, and I want to hear what the comms sound like right now. Let's go and have a listen with Frosty and Vemzii and see what's up.
Chow me, red pink. Soulsnipe. That's Druk speed 3. He's going blue side. You're good. You're good.
This kid's so fun.
I don't know where the P2 probably. Yeah.
He's in P2 Druk. P2 go on our street now.
P2 is going backed up red street. P3 I hit him twice. I got code from like bottom mid to top mid. Bottom mid to top mid. Camo's mad late. Nice, good shit. Yeah, I spawned red. Blue pink. I hit him once. Camo's in like 15.
On blue car. I think we.
Okay, they're gonna. Druk's gonna get weird. Yeah, red car going car 2. Careful, you should. Yeah, I'm gonna help you blue. Soulsnipe. The other one's under blue chasing you.
Just back up.
Yep.
Don't worry about camo.
One shot blue too, huh? He probably has.
Go for it now. P1, bro. Weak.
Yeah. One shot. Dead. Camo dead. I'm looking for B. I'm pushing blue. Got him.
Alright, I'm playing car. Shit, bro.
Yep. I'm about to push pink.
5 minutes remain.
Dude, my street.
There's P3. P3 one shot.
Go.
Man,
One shot B2.
I thought
Absolutely,
Vemzii was
literally.
gonna go in a little bit right there, and then Vemzii, you know, he checked himself, he kept himself cool, let him communicate with Frosty, and they've expanded out their lead. Tony, that is some beautiful gameplay between the two. They seem to be just in sync, making the right plays. But man, we've seen this story before, Tony. They get up in the big lead towards the end, and then Druk and Soulsnipe somehow ice up. Are we gonna see another ice up from Druk and Soulsnipe?
I mean, I mean, it's 22-17 lead in favor of Frosty and Vemzii right now. So I'm gonna have to say, I think they're gonna close this out and force a game number 5, which I'm excited about because I want to see a game 5 so bad. But I also want to see Druk winning individual gunfights like that, putting Frosty on the black screen, finishing off Vemzii, back-to-back kills coming out of the young man out of Canada.
Oh my, Tony, I'm getting flashbacks, man. We've seen this story a couple too many times. At this point, I want to say, you know, Frosty and Vemzii, they're ready to take this game, but it's striking distance, and Druk and Soulsnipe, they've done it twice now. I'm fully on the train. They're gonna do it again. This is a game for Druk and Soulsnipe. I'm pulling out the Uno reverse card. I'm not calling it too early for Frosty and Vemzii anymore. I feel the comeback brewing.
You feel like, I mean, hey, they just won the game within 3 kills, 3 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock here. Soulsnipe putting some good shots, forcing that player to back down, and catches him off guard. But Druk finishes Frosty. Vemzii's by himself towards bottom mid. Can he finish him?
Got that perfect camo timing. Get away with it, Druk. Oh, get away with it. Soulsnipe. Oh, there's 2 players looking for him. Oh, beautiful timing to find the punch on Vemzii. Vemzii somehow gets up high, but cannot find the kill on Soulsnipe. And now Soulsnipe can push back in with his teammate. Frosty's been made one shot. Frosty trying his best to stay alive, but how long can he stay alive? Oh my, Frosty, he gets his shields back. What is going on? Finish the man. There they go. They finally finished Frosty. Vemzii's top mid, taking shots, and we're going to see a sneaky little jump right here. Soulsnipe gets up in his face. Vemzii gets a punch off, but Druk gets the kill in time. And now 23-24, it's going to come down to this kill between Druk and Frosty. Who is going to come out on top? Man, ooh. That would have been such a big... if Frosty doesn't get that kill on the camo player, that would have been absolutely devastating, because I think there's 100% they come back. Now, they're still in the driving seat. Vemzii can't afford to die. He's fighting 2 players. He's made 1 shot. They've done such a wonderful job thus far of staying alive well 1 shot, and they're continuing to do so. But Druk with the god nade from P2. The callouts come out. It's enough for it to happen. And they do it again. Tony, they did it again 3 times in a row. They have come back in this game and won. A spectacular undercard is finished and secured. Druk and Soulsnipe, some of the iciest players in the game, and it's 16-9 again. Tony, what in the world is happening?
I have no idea. Frosty and Vemzii were not able to ice up and take the win right there. And once again, Druk and Soulsnipe come from behind, claw their way back in, and take a big win on this undercard fight. Garrett, I mean, I may be living in the moment right here, but after that, I say they've earned a chance to maybe get into a main card in the future, because that was crazy. Look at this, Soulsnipe dropping a perfect kill, having the camouflage. This was a beautiful lead in favor of them. I will say Frosty and Vemzii climbed their way back into it, but it doesn't matter if you're not able to finish off the game and the series. Great win in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it, man. Championship Druk hits different. He has a champ under his belt. He's holding the title. He's different now. We're not seeing the same Druk ever again. This man's the iciest man to live. He's gonna find kill after kill. He's gonna win championship after championship. Come Halo Infinite, guys, look out for him, man. Championship Druk is different. Bound said he's never gonna let him win again. I don't know, man. I think we need the rematch. Bound needs to put it. He has it up on his wall. He said never again. Well, I think Druk has proven that he's ready to take on the rematch.
My gosh, Kansas City Pioneers just keep on impressing. They got a win in the Pro Series. They just got a big win against Frosty and Vemzii. And I mean, I say big, I mean huge win. I think every one of those games that they took over were incredible. Come from behind, stealing the game, icing up. That's what Kansas City Pioneers does. I'm at a loss for words, Garrett. I apologize. That was absolutely incredible.
I mean, the KCP duo, we talk about the teamwork between Druk and Soulsnipe, and people like to over-exaggerate, right? They'll be like, oh, they're just over-exaggerating about their teamwork. They're really just, you know, like every other team's just as talented as them when it comes to the team shot, when it comes to the chemistry. No. I don't think there's any other duo here in the HCS that makes 3 comebacks in a row. Not in a row, but 3 comebacks in a series, man, where they were out and down for the count. It was game point. Multiple slays needed to happen. They got it each time. This is the iciest I've seen a 2v2 ever been, man. I mean, I completely forgot about game 2, Tony, where what was that, 25-6 every other game?
Yes.
It was just absolutely insane that they have that sort of ice. You get Soulsnipe and Druk, man. They need to go into the dojo, start training up on Plaza so that doesn't happen again. They get themselves secure like that. Bound and Renegade have a match.
I mean, luckily they did lose big time on Plaza. You are right, but luckily they did not see it again throughout that series. Big win in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe, and I can't say enough about these guys. I mean, that was absolutely incredible. I mean, Frosty Vemzii put on a show, but that whole series was a show. I can't wait to get Alex. I can't wait to get 90 and Shyway back into here.
Oh man, the Alexes, man, they'll come back. But guys, we just saw one of the craziest Money Tuesday matches of all time. You know what you should do? Follow the Twitch channel. You know, hit that follow button, because we're gonna have another Money Tuesday, and we're gonna see the return of Druk and Soulsnipe. So be following and be ready for it. But guys, I think we have our analysts ready. I think like you said, 90 and Alex are back. Guys, great for you to join us. What did you guys think of that last match?
I don't know if I'll
Insanity.
I don't know if I'll ever be ready to react to what just happened there. Like, first off, you got to give credit where credit is due. Druk and Soulsnipe, they're incredibly talented. They're a great duo. They did an amazing job. So congrats to them. But my soul, man, it hurts my soul. 3 comebacks back to back, and somehow Frosty and Vemzii could not ice up. It burns. I really wanted to see a game 5, and I'm a little upset that I didn't get to. But that's just how it goes sometimes, I guess.
The amount of opportunities that we saw is just outstanding. Like, we saw at least 10 or 15 times 24. Where there were plays made that just changed everything. I think one of the biggest ones for me was a lot of the 1v1s with camo that Soulsnipe or Druk would win. They won a lot of very big pivs with their camos where they were about to die, they were caught out, and they were just able to make it. They were able to, you know, ice up when they needed to the most, and it was just so fun to watch, especially on those truth games. They just have that truth down. Like, they knew exactly what they needed to do. They didn't make any huge mistakes, and they pulled it out, man. I could not believe it, honestly. I thought that it was in the bag so many times for Vemzii and Frosty. I am very, very disappointed. I am upset. I can't say much more because I'll probably regret it.
I feel like there might be a few nerves at play or something. Like, I could tell by the end of that last game when it was like 19-22 and Frosty and Vemzii were still leading. They had 22. Their game plan, their play style completely changed. They went back to the base and they started playing way slower. They started holding back up because it seemed like there was a bit of a nervous air there, a tension, because they don't want a third comeback. That's the last thing you want to see. And I think especially somebody like Vemzii in his shoes, playing with somebody who's basically the undisputed GOAT in Halo 5 right now, Vemzii, it's hard for Vemzii, I think, to be his full self, his true self as a player. I would imagine when you've got Frosty beside you, you don't want to upset the man. You know what I mean? So I would be nervous playing with Frosty. So there's a lot of that they're new to playing with each other. There's definitely a lack of chemistry there, and I felt that lack of chemistry at the end of every one of those games. Their play style started to crumble at the end.
When you play with a world champ and never really made your name out there in 4s, you feel like a major amount of pressure.
Yeah.
Because you know what that guy expects. I've done it plenty of times where I've played with mass names in the game, and I could feel it, like every little call out, every little tone in their voice, every little time they were on their death cam and they were trying to tell you what to do, and you're just thinking to yourself, oh God, oh God. So yeah, there is a little bit of that might have come into play. Vemzii wasn't playing his normal, just, super free, super carefree type. There's money on the line. A lot of people are watching. Over 600 people. Yeah, man. So there's a lot going on there. So that was just an incredible match. I mean, those were some of the best last second 24-24 games that we've seen on Money Tuesday. I think that was it right there. That was just insane.
Damn, look at that.
Insane.
Look at it. 25-24, 25-24. 3 games out of the 4 that we watched, and all those 3 were insane nail-biter comebacks. I can't believe you guys got that.
Oh,
that's so crazy.
That's
3 games. 3 games.
I don't think I even registered it, man. I don't even think I registered what just happened.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Now, can the next matchup match that? Is what I want to know. Will we get that same kind of ice from Boo Boo and Saiyan? Is going to be the big question coming up soon.
It really is. And Tony said it on Twitter. He said, "Hey guys, this is not an undercard. This is a co-main event.
It is for sure."
So I mean, hey, you were right, Tony.
We got 2 main cards.
That was a main card, man. That was. Oh man, I feel good about it though. But yeah, we're gonna get started. Actually, we need an interview. Can we get this man in here? Can I go down there? Where are these guys at?
I want to listen to Druk, man.
Yeah, so let's talk to these winners, these icy KCP champions, these belt holders, these HCS top dogs, the first seed, because that's what I believe Soulsnipe was posting in one of our group chats. He's like, higher seed, first seed. Dude, he's getting on Frosty's nerves. I can already tell. Like, Frosty's going to come back with a vengeance. It is going to be crazy. So let's get him in here. Let's talk to him. I want to hear what these guys have to say. Can you guys hear me? Hello, Druk?
Yo.
What's up, guys? I want to hear from you, Druk, first. How do you feel right now?
I feel pretty good. Feeling icy. Feeling a little bit chilly outside.
Dude, when we were on your listen-in, man, like, your call-outs were like, there was no worry in your voice.
Nah, there was worry.
There was a little bit of worry.
Was there?
We were down every single game. Nah, there was no worry. I'm just trolling.
Okay. So, Soul, in those games when you were down like that, like, what do you think was one of the biggest reasons why you were able to clutch up?
Because I'm just thinking in my head, Vemzii has no ice, Vemzii has no ice, Vemzii has no ice. So then we just like keep trying. And because me and Druk have been teaming for literally 3 years and play 2s together all the time, so the fact that it was even close is actually kind of sad. But yeah.
Bingo.
Keep playing till the game's over. And that's its Plaza and you're down 5-20, then you just give up like we gave up. But that was ridiculous though. That kid, they literally just hit 180 no scrubs back to back to back.
Yeah, I mean, I was ready to go yellow when it was like 10-3 on
Plaza. We just didn't want to be
lie.
toxic, but we were gonna go yellow team like when it was 5-12, honestly.
I appreciate that.
I was ready to just give up.
Yeah, I mean, y'all kept your composure in a certain way, I guess. So y'all are just like, y'all chalked it, y'all gave it up. I appreciate that. That was an incredible series. Guys, we got to get you back on Money Tuesday because, I mean, y'all are the top dogs right now, and we got to give y'all another shot at the title because that was insane.
Who would you want to play next, by the way? Who would be an ideal matchup if you were to come back?
Well, I'll play anyone.
Oh, yeah, we'll play anyone.
So.
Whoever's in the Pro Series out of like the top 4 teams, that'd be fun. Just they're all like, I don't know. We could play Bound and John again. We could play Brad and Trippy again, or Brad and Trippy, or like Saiyan and someone, Booba Doobu, any of them.
I mean, Druk. I mean, you and Penguin are going at it on Twitter. I mean, maybe we could maybe get something like that. I don't know. Maybe throw it. I don't know. Penguin and one of his teammates. I want to see that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Gary, you got any words for them?
I have to ask, guys. Oh, we saw it on Twitter. Bound posted on his wall. He said, "Never again." Never again. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking championship Druk, championship Snipe, man, they look a little bit different. You guys looking great. What's going to happen on Saturday? What is the rest of the field going to be fearing?
Go ahead, Druk. Like, no, imagine. I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't even know what the question was, mate.
This man is so lasered.
Yeah, they live in the present, all right? On the day of, they figure it out, right? Saturday comes up, they ice up. Go for it.
I mean, watch what you say, but go ahead. There you go.
Just troll and pool play against like some of the worst teams, or like, but like since we don't like scrim or do anything or really practice, like we kind of have to just take that seriously. And I think that's what we've learned. Tournament and pool play, just use that to like get better and like refine ourselves until like we get to like those top 4, top 2 matches.
Absolutely. We look forward to seeing it. Guys, thank you so much for your time tonight. That was an awesome matchup. Look forward to seeing you again.
All right, bro. Thanks for having us.
Look forward to being here.
For sure. Y'all have a good night.
Bro.
All right, so there you have it, folks. Those are our winners for the undercard. I mean, not really an undercard.